Hello. What is up, YouTube? This is Owen Dowell here, and today I'm going to be doing another watch unboxing. Actually, this time we're going to be unboxing a G-Shock. Yes, this is a GWB5600, and we're going to be opening it. This is actually a pretty cool watch. It actually can connect to your phone via Bluetooth and stay updated based on your phone's time, but when your phone is not available, it can actually connect using microband 6. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and I'm gonna switch this camera around. So see you in the other angle. All right, you guys, here we go. This is the G-Shock GWB5600. I'm actually currently wearing a G-Shock GAB2100, and this also actually pairs to my phone. In fact, let's see. I should have checked this earlier. Let's see if my Bluetooth app, if my Casio app is actually open. Maybe it'll pair to my phone and synchronize the time. Come on, don't let me down. Uh-oh. Hey, it worked. Nice. So you saw I just pressed the start button and it said, okay, that means now this is exactly synchronized to my phone. So this is phone accurate currently, which is really cool having an analog watch that is phone accurate. I might make a video on this one day, but for now, this is what this video is all about. So let's go ahead and check this out. So this is the little box it comes in. And inside you do get a cool tin and some paperwork if you want to go through that. It's just about G-Shock International Warranty Card. Very cool. Let's open this thing up. I do love the G-Shock tins. Casio has some of the coolest watch packaging that I've ever seen. It just says G-Shock and G-Shock. So let's check this out. So opening it up, you get your pamphlet. It's weird, if you get one that's not Bluetooth, you'll get a pamphlet that looks a lot like a phone book, but this one's just like a weird crumpled up map folded thingy. So there you go. And here it is. Ooh, I already see the really cool looking wrist strap. Shout out to Zippo Fanatic. He's the one that inspired me to buy this. Let's get inside. You can see the screen is currently, no, the screen is on. I think the screen just turned on because it just saw some of the light from my ring light. Damn, ooh, wow, look at that thing. Yo, that's hot. That looks really good. That looks really, really, really good. Let's see if we can get that light going. Let's get that light lit up here. Bam, look at that. I've got a ring light on this, so it might be a little bright for the phone. Check that out. Check out how deep that purple is. I was actually on the phone with him yesterday, and we were marveling at some of the pictures we saw on Amazon of just how purple this screen really is. That's really, 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 really nice. And check out the band. The band itself is this really, really cool blue color on the inside. But on the outside, it's this really nice, obviously just matte black resin material. All right, check this out. Let's go ahead and take this tag off. There we go, got that off. Very, very cool. And check it out, we do have a very nice stainless steel back on this. A lot of Casio G-Shocks do not actually have stainless steel backs on them. For instance, this one is not stainless steel. This one is some nickel plated metal. So that's what the back of this one looks like. Let's go ahead and let's put this thing on, shall we? See what this one looks like. All right, putting this on. Band is a little stiffer than that yellow one for sure. It's probably just the material. There it is on the wrist. Check that out. That looks really, really good. And you can see the time is correct. We got an Apple Watch, which is also going to be quite accurate. And if I can keep this awake, you can see, hang on. Oh no, it's gonna go off. Come back. Oh, it's a little bit ahead. It's accurate. Believe me, it's very accurate. That's crazy. That didn't go off. That really should have lined up. Yeah, 682. Okay, now we go. There we go. Weird. I guess I got to pair this to my phone and then I can activate some of the features. I really like it. I think it looks pretty good. This is my first like digital watch that I've had in a very long time. In fact, let me pair this to my phone and I'll come back on and we'll see if it actually does line up with my Apple Watch. I will be right back. All right, you guys, here we go. I have paired it to my phone. So let's see if we get a phone synchronized time here. Obviously I gotta wait a little bit, so I'll cut to the chase. All right, 55, 59, bang! Oh shoot, this is a little bit off frame, but it ticked at the exact same time, so that's pretty cool. So that does work. I think it was probably on the microband. I believe my car uses microband and it is slightly not in sync with my phone, ever so slightly. So this was probably more in sync with my car than it actually was with my phone. Oh, hello. Going on a little walk, and it's also the next day. And the reason why is because I actually forgot something in my video, which is really important and embarrassing. I completely forgot to mention this watch is actually solar powered. You can see it right up there in purple, Tough Solar. Yes, whenever you're outside and it has access to direct sunlight, which it did up until I decided to show you the sun. Right there, there it is. This thing will charge, which is really cool. So this thing is not only phone accurate, but it also never dies, at least as long as you wear it every once in a while outside. Also, this gives you a good idea of the legibility outdoors. You can see, it looks pretty good. I will say indoor legibility does leave a little bit to be desired, as you might be seeing in this clip. Even with my apartment lights all turned on, it's a little hard to see. I do recommend using the auto light feature, especially if you're in a dark room, because that will really brighten it up quite well. So yeah, that is it. Looks pretty good. All right, back to the video. All right, just wanted to give you guys a little demonstration here of some of the features you get when you pair your watch to a phone. So this is the app you need to download. It's called the Casio Watch App. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that. Let's boot it up. And when you open it, you synchronize your data. And here's the home screen. You can also see up top there, I've got my two watches. And if I click on it, to my watch, let's go. Now I'm just gonna pick up my watch here and I'm gonna hold down the mode button. You can hear it beeping there. And it will pair to my phone, as you can see right here. So as you can see, when you connect your watch, you get your name of your watch, you get your battery status. As you can see, I'm 3 out of 5. We haven't had a lot of sunny days, so I haven't really gotten a chance to fully charge it yet. Actually, in my apartment, I've got this big bar-shaped window that is above the doors to my balcony, and I will set my watches up there around 3 o'clock, at least at this time of year. It obviously varies depending on the time of year. And that will allow my watches to charge in direct sunlight. So I do that occasionally, and also I take them outside, and that'll charge them as well. All right, so here we go. Let's scroll through here. So one thing you can do is you can set your alarms quickly. And by the way, everything you can do here can be set on your watch itself. So if I want to click here, I can actually set an alarm. I can set it for, say, I don't know, maybe 9 a.m. That's a pretty good time. Let's actually do 8:30 a.m. just for the sake of doing so. And hit save. And if I send the setting to my watch, you'll actually see that my watch will react to that. It'll show that information is being transferred to it. And now if I go on my watch and I look at the alarm mode, you will see that I do have an alarm that is turned on for 8:30 in the morning. You will notice at the bottom of this screen, there is another alarm called Signal. And when that is enabled, your watch will actually give an audible signal. It'll beep on the hour, which is a very nice feature. I actually cannot express how much I appreciate this feature. It's a very small detail, but just getting a little bit of a beep every hour on the top of the hour It's actually pretty useful for keeping track of what time it is. So I recommend having that turned on unless there are people around you every day that simply despise beeping watches. So we have a timer here. That's another thing you can do. I've currently got mine set for 15 minutes. I recently had COVID, so I was using my G-Shocks as a way to time my COVID tests. So you can set it to whatever time you want here. Again, let's just set it to like 20 minutes, send setting to watch, and you'll see on my watch again in the timer mode that it actually reflects 20 minutes, and I can actually hit the start button on the side to start the timer. Below the timer, we have our reminder section, and if you click on here, you can see your reminders. So as you can see, I've got a reminder to actually record this video, which is pretty useful. You can actually set it to go off once, weekly, monthly, yearly, or during a training period, which is what I prefer to do. The training period basically allows you to set a date and time range, mostly just a date range. So right now it's set from the 21st to, let's go through the 24th, Tuesday. So hopefully by Tuesday, I'll have recorded this video. Spoiler alert, I'm recording it right now. But anyway, yeah, you can send all these settings to your watch. And all you gotta do to view your reminder is when you're on the time mode of your watch, just click the adjust button. Also, one other thing about the GWB5600 specifically is when you activate the watch's backlight, when you have a reminder active, you will get a red flashing light at the end of the backlight to indicate that you have a reminder. So that's just a visual indicator that you've got something that you need to attend to, and your watch will remind you of that. So then you got world time. You can use this to set your various different time zones and all that stuff. As you can see, I've got Raleigh, Boone, my hometown, and then just some of the default ones. And at the bottom, I have UTC, which is actually pretty useful because at work, I use UTC time all the time. And then you can view your time synchronization statuses. You can see how often your watch pairs to your phone. When you have the app open, your watch will try to ping, I believe it's 3 or 4 times a day to your phone just to synchronize the time as the day goes on. And in the particular case of this watch, if it can't connect to your phone after a certain amount of time, it'll actually try doing the multiband, which is pretty cool. So worst comes to worst, it'll use multiband time so it can still stay pretty accurate to a certain degree. So yeah, that's useful in case it starts drifting, obviously. So this is just the stats on your time synchronization to your phone. If we go back, there's actually a really cool feature. You've got a phone finder. Basically what you do is you hold down the start button, and after a few seconds, it will go into phone finder mode where it will ping your phone over Bluetooth and cause your phone to play a sound. You do have a couple different tone options. You got simple, you've got classic, which goes on for a while, and then you have jazz. So I like to keep it on simple, so we'll just keep it on that. And yeah, you can save that. It doesn't actually really send anything to your watch. It's just stored on your phone, so your phone will keep track of this. And yeah, as you can see in this little demonstration, just holding down the start button for a few seconds, my phone will actually ring with the simple track selection. And I can use that to find it in case I misplace it. Then we've got this whole other thing here, watch settings. You can set your key sounds. Basically, it causes your watch to beep every time you press a button, which is pretty useful. Some people might prefer that to be quiet, so you can actually turn that off here. I'll just go ahead and leave that on in my case, because I actually do prefer that. Under light, you can turn on whether or not you want the auto light, which is a feature specific to the GWB5600. Basically, there's a small accelerometer in there that if you're in a dark room, your watch will actually automatically enable the light for the specified amount of time when it detects that you're looking at your watch, when it detects that you made the motion to look at your watch, which is a really handy feature. This only works in a dark room though. It uses the solar panels to know if it's needed or not. So if you're in a brightly lit room, it actually will not work. So don't be thinking that your watch is messed up. It's also possible to toggle the automatic light by just simply holding the light button down for a few seconds on the watch itself. This will also turn on and off the feature in case you don't want to do it from your phone. And down below, you can set the duration of the light from 2 seconds to 4 seconds. I've got it set to 4 seconds because I just prefer it to stay on as long as possible, frankly. Watch display is useful for setting up the various preferences of how you want to view the time. You can set it to 12 hours in my case, and because I live in America, for some reason we do month day. I don't know why we don't comply to the rest of the world, which is day month, but you know, it is what it is. That's what I'm used to. I grew up knowing that. And then you can set the language of the day of the week. In my case, it's English. Next up, power saving. Basically, when you have this enabled, when you're not wearing your watch at night, it will actually go into a power saving mode where it shuts the display off from the hours of 10 to 6. Now, actually, it'll just shut the display off after a period of inactivity and in the darkness. And when you pick it back up, if you have auto light turned on, the screen will actually automatically light up, and that's basically when it goes back to being active. So it also will turn back on when it detects that there is light hitting the solar panels. So there's another option for you. But this is a pretty cool feature. It just saves the battery. In case you don't wear it for a few days, you'll notice that your watch will actually use very little battery, which is very cool. Summertime. This is essentially DST. So as you can see, mine is currently set to auto. Basically, whenever DST takes effect in America, it will automatically turn it on or off depending on the time of year. So in November this year, it will actually automatically roll the time back, which is going to be very useful. That means I don't have to worry about that. It'll take care of it by itself. So that's essentially what this is, just automatic DST. Change time display. This allows you to set your default time zone. So in my case, I've just got it set to Raleigh. And finally, connection time to this app. In the case of recording this video, I've got it set to 10 minutes because it's taken me a while to record this video. Obviously, if I wasn't recording this video, I typically have it set to 3 minutes, which I'm gonna go ahead and reset it to now. And that's gonna send my setting to the watch. Basically what that means, when you're paired to the app, after 3 minutes in this case of no activity on the watch, it will automatically disconnect the watch from the phone to preserve battery. So that's just a useful feature. Finally, when you're done adjusting stuff on your phone, in order to disconnect the watch manually, simply press any button on the watch. It'll automatically disconnect from your phone. And there you go, that's it. You can also view a little tutorial here if you want to do that, but I basically gave you a little walkthrough here. Another thing you can do, if you click on the stock photo, you can actually set it to any photo that you want. And this ... allows you to unpair your watch, edit watch info, edit watch image, whatever you want to do. Yeah. And as you can see, if we go back to my watches, I do have a couple watches in here. I've also got my yellow G-Shock, as you can see down there at the bottom. So if I wanted to connect that, I just hold down the mode button on that, and then I can also go through and do similar things. If you want me to make a video on the yellow watch, I will show you a little walkthrough similar to this of the features of my yellow watch. So just let me know if you want a GWB5600 video, and we will go through that. But anyway, guys, I think for now, that is going to do it for this video. Just a really quick unboxing and first look. So thank you guys so very much for watching. No pun intended. And adios.